You're just in time to join us as we continue to cruise up England's historical Oxford Canal. We've rented a 57-foot narrowboat to determine if we have what it takes to retire to the English canals and become full-time liveaboard narrowboaters. A tiny home on the water, so to speak. But it's not only the challenges of the English canals or the rather large narrowboat that's getting us hot under the collar. We're cruising through a record heat wave in England.
How's it going, baby?
It's hot. I think I'm gonna need 2 showers.
Things get really cool very quickly when we meet 2 of our favorite YouTube stars along the way.
Looking very bedraggled and sweaty in this beautiful day that we're having.
So prepare yourself. It seems anything could happen.
That is one leaky gate. That is not the paddle, my friend. That is coming out of the gate by itself.
Before we forget, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Oh, and click the bell icon so you're notified for our next travel adventure. It's another beautiful morning on the English canals. Look at that, we are near a railway line. But the trains are infrequent and quiet. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry, we only cooked for 2. I'm sorry. What did you make us, baby?
Well, it's my first time properly cooking on a narrowboat, so I attempted to make eggs over easy and on bread with cheese, toasty.
Yeah, you did a great job. So we also have some bananas and mangoes to pick out for fruit. And the reason we're having breakfast so early is we're going to leave the narrowboat today. This is what we'd intended when we rented the boat, was to explore the countrysides of England. We're located just north of Thrupp, and we are going to walk towards Shipton-on-Cherwell. And there's a bridge there where some people lost their lives in this horrendous train crash back in 1874. There's even some of them buried in a very old church right near the site. So we're going to go there first of all, and then walk into Thrupp, see some stuff. So that is a very, very full day, so we need a very, very big breakfast.
Okie dokie. Oh!
Well, good morning. So here's the question, who's stalking who?
We shared a few locks with this couple on our very first day on the canal. Small world. They're so nice. They suggest some ruins we should check out while we're exploring the area today. It would be a short walk to the church if we weren't so distracted by the beautiful countryside. But it's not long before we find the Holy Cross Church. So what do you think of the church? It's beautiful, huh?
We crossed over the bridge and it popped up out of nowhere. And then this entrance into the church with these lined trees is really, really beautiful.
The train disaster happened just before midnight on Christmas Eve. Yeah, and it was a train up from Oxford, and there were so many people wanting to get here that they added another car onto the train. But unfortunately, it was an older car, and the wheels, the braking system didn't work as well as the others. And there's a couple of versions of the story, but basically when they went to brake, that caused the train to derail. And the river was frozen at the time, so when people fell in, if they didn't die from the injuries, they died from hypothermia. And actually there's a manor around here, and the manor became like a trauma unit for all the people. They took them there. But there's no plaques or anything for the train crash itself. I mean, it's a little morbid, to be honest. But still a beautiful place to visit, and it's right here as you walk towards Thrupp. So you want to try to find some ruins?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it was a good idea you walking through this area with a bright pink.
Because it is a she.
This must be the railway bridge involved in the 1874 disaster. And the ruins are in fact the manor that we were looking for. A quick recap. We walked from Holy Cross Church, past the cows, the railway bridge, and the manor, that is in fact the ruins. But then, there's St. Giles Church.
Okay. Now I'm thoroughly confused. So we came across this church, which was the other side of the canal, closer to the bridge that we just showed you, where the accident most likely happened, but we're not sure. So this might have been the church they brought people to. We tried to read the gravestones to see if we could see anyone that was buried around that time, because some people who did die in that tragic event were supposed to be buried at the local church, but we really couldn't read anything. So again, pleading to everyone's intelligence and obviously the lack of mine, if you could let us know which church it really is. At least we know we've seen it.
Enough confusion. It's time to explore Thrupp and have a very special lunch. We walk south along the canal and through modern narrowboat life, which seems to be reaching back to its colorful and simpler past. Thrupp is a really small canal-side village, with more narrowboaters than residents, it seems. As you can see, we walk south past the Holy Cross Church, through Thrupp, and along the towpath to a popular canal-side pub, the Jolly Boatman. And why wouldn't it be popular? You just pull up in your narrowboat and moor for a quick pint.
Okay, so we decided to go out on a limb, and we ordered the steak and Stilton suet pudding. It comes with gravy, mash, some Savoy cabbage, and carrots. And I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I'm going to dip some gravy. It's very good. I'm not quite sure I'm tasting any Stilton, which is a type of blue cheese, but regardless, it's extremely good.
A quick ice cream at Annie's Cafe on the way back. And we make our first narrowboat purchase at a leather craft boat, a sling holster for our windlass.
Nice. Well done, baby.
I know, because I've been paranoid about losing this thing.
Yeah.
I've set it down on the ground before, but then it's like completely far away from me after I've moved the gate, so I have to run back and get it. I've dropped it where it's been too close to the lock, and so if I'd accidentally kicked it, it would have fallen in. I've had it on the opposite side of the lock, if it's the two paddle system. And the entire time I thought to myself, there's got to be a better methodology to this.
And now you have it.
And now I have it.
It seems there are always opportunities for glorious mornings on the English Canal. Simple, breathtaking beauty.
We have an early start this morning. Our first stop is a lock as rare as the gem it's named after, a diamond lock.
So we need to take our time because we need to let Wendy get to the lock and start setting it before we get there. And we are going to Shipton Weir Lock, number 41. That's the first stop of the day. And as mentioned earlier, it's a diamond lock.
There are only 2 diamond locks on the Oxford Canal. We walked to it earlier this morning to check it out, and I think we've got this.
And I am clear, baby.
Are you clear?
Clear.
Good. We're here, babe.
Yay! Look at you. I love you. You're my hero.
I am?
You don't have to save children. You don't have to rescue puppies. You're my hero.
All right, well, I'm gonna need a butt rub on this cheek,
I'm not going to pay you extra because you show me your ass.
because I definitely pulled a muscle.
It is warm. All right, baby. So we're on the River Cherwell, which is odd because, again, everything I know about narrowboating I learned from YouTube. Books too, but there you go. I always thought you had to wear a life vest when you got on the river. I might have to stop talking to you because we have a boat coming up and I need to focus. And that's the other thing. I haven't seen other people wearing life vests coming off the river. So, I don't know. Again, these comments are going to be so full of your knowledge, telling us stuff. Old school, I like it. Old school, nice, man. Okay.
So this is the diamond lock that our new acquaintances, Paul and Susan, had warned us about. I do encourage you, if you're a certain age, like us, who are old, you should probably do some stretching exercises. Because I think I slightly pulled my sciatic on one of my butt cheeks. It's a little sore, but aside from that, I can still walk and move about. So I think we're all good. It was an adventurous way to start the day, between it heating up almost instantaneously and the fun nuances. It was a great start to the morning.
So yeah, the comment, because I'm not sure if it got caught on camera as I went past, and that's unfortunate for you if it didn't, but when Wendy was showing me her bum, it wasn't to get me excited or anything. She was telling me I have to massage it later, basically. So now we're on the river. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's opened, and I don't know.
Excuse me. Let's back up a second.
Yeah.
That's caught on camera so that it would hold up in a court of law.
Which part?
The part that you have to massage my right butt cheek because it's super sore.
So
Anyhow, carry on.
I'd like it as if there's any discussion that it won't happen. Like there's any opportunity that's not going to happen when all the lights are out and the cameras are off. Maybe. So we're on the River Cherwell, and while Wendy was talking back there, you could actually see some tide, some ripples in the water to show that there was some sort of current, but it's very, very still. And it is windy. I think this is the windy bit that the book was telling us about. So we're gonna slow down a little bit and go around.
If you're new to the narrowboat world, you may be wondering about all these locks. Locks are needed to move narrowboats from one canal level to another. The narrowboat enters the lock. The gates are shut, and as we need to go up, paddles in the gate are open to let water in and raise us to the level of the upper canal. When the water level is equal between the lock and canal, the gate is opened as easily as leaning on it. Well, sometimes. Boats go back and forth, up and down like this all day.
If it looks like we know something about narrowboats, which that's questionable, it really comes down to the fact that we've been watching a lot of it on YouTube and also been reading about it. But there is a lot of good stuff on YouTube, and it certainly sparked the interest. So the first person that sparked the interest for me anyway was David for Cruising the Cut, and I know he's not cruising anymore, but way back during COVID, and we'll talk more about this later, that's what got me interested in the idea of possibly coming back to England and retiring. And one more day aboard, so that couple is really sweet and cute, and it's interesting in the fact that they're English, but they lived in Houston, Texas for the longest time, which is only 3 hours from us in Austin. And they came online right at the height of us planning out both the narrowboat, what we want in it and stuff like that, as well as what the retirement would look like, how we would live on the canals and stuff like that. So they literally started their YouTube channel right when we were at the peak of our conversation, to the point, and they'll be glad to hear this, my wife must have watched that walkthrough video a dozen times, maybe a couple of dozen times, because it's a beautiful boat. There's just so many people that we watch, and it's really great that they do the tough side of narrowboating as well as this, the beautiful sunshine. And that would be, give me 1 second, got a boat coming. Thank you. I can breathe again. So yeah, showing the tough side of narrowboat life, going into the weed hatch, having engine problems, all those. So it's really cool. So everyone out there who does the YouTube channel, keep doing it. Even if you're only getting 500 people, that means a lot to those 500 people.
It seems today's the day we enjoy a special part of narrowboating. Meeting another narrowboat just as you come through a bridge.
Oh, what are they doing?
He's waiting for me to come out.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Of course, we do the time-tested tradition of shouting and using hand signs over two motors and great lengths to sort out who goes where.
But you want me to go down that side? I can go down that side. That's fine.
Are we official narrowboaters now?
Thank you. What's that? Well, you don't know anything's coming, right? No? Have a good day. You might be able to come back on now.
Today's also the day Wendy's narrowboat confidence and skills absolutely blooms.
Oh my gosh! My first bridge, baby!
I know! There's the bridge. Wendy came, she saw, and she conquered that bridge. Matter of fact, don't tell anyone, but I think she's gonna go have a tattoo tonight. 211, that's her number.
Go ahead, baby. She's focusing right now.
And just to prove you never know what will happen on the canal, we run into two of our favorite YouTubers on the tow path. Gabby and Jack from This Tiny Life.
They've been very bedraggled and sweaty in this beautiful day that we're having.
This is nice. This is nice. How's everything going? Because you guys went off for hikes and everything, right?
Yeah, we've just got our boat back after, what's it been, 10 weeks? It's been in the paint sheds. So we're sort of fitting back into boat life and just facing this massive list of DIY that we need to get done before winter hits, and obviously, you know, our news and everything as well. So yeah, lots to be done.
Yeah.
But it's all very exciting.
You will pass our boat, we're cruising up.
Yeah.
We'll try not to hit it.
I was just about to say, I will drive then so that we won't hit it.
It was a long but really fun day. We covered 6 miles, completed 5 locks, and cruised under 12 bridges. As you've probably worked out, we moored in the cute canal-side village of Lower Hayford, which seems to have as many swans as it does boaters. And of course, the cutest little village. More importantly, we're firmly in live-aboard narrowboat mode.
Tonight for dinner, we have fresh pasta arrabbiata. I would say that I made it myself, but no, the fresh pasta was from the grocery store, and the arrabbiata sauce was also pre-made from the grocery store. And then we have a spinach and with lemon dressing and fresh tomatoes for dinner. My husband likes red wine. I prefer rosé. And we also have our laundry that we are doing.
Join us on the next episode as we explore Lower Hayford.
This stop at Lower Hayford was recommended to us by several people, but most notably, Jack and Gabby of This Tiny Life.
And we get into the swing of canal life, having the most fun we've had so far. Even if the challenges are still just as hard.
If you need me to come up and help, I can.
Okay, maybe.
You want me to come up?
Speaking of challenges, make sure you don't miss us tackling the deepest block on the Oxford Canal by subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you've already subscribed, thank you very much. Just check you've clicked the bell so you're alerted as soon as the next video is released. We would love to know what you thought about this adventure. Leave us your thoughts or any answers to our numerous questions in the comment section below. Until next time, my friend, travel well and be safe.